The Mario 35th Anniversary Direct, took place shockingly. No one saw this coming. Happened on Thursday, right, Nate?
Yes.
No one saw it coming.
No, it came out of nowhere.
Nowhere. Nope. No one.
Impossible to guess.
Yeah, impossible. So we want to go over the announcements here. Then we can talk about what we thought about all of this. And yes, we can talk about the 3D All-Stars collection. Everyone wants to talk about that. The Game & Watch, Super Mario Bros. It's something I will attempt to get and probably not be able to because they'll probably make 5 of them and put them on Amazon.
Yeah, what's really frustrating about that is you can get it over in the UK, you can pre-order them, but over here because of FCC, they're still waiting for the approvals. Yep. They haven't opened up the pre-orders yet. So yeah, I think that's going to sell out in literally minutes when that goes on sale.
$49.99 has Mario Bros. 1 Lost Levels, and it's also a clock that looks like a Game & Watch. November 13th. So I will attempt to pre-order it and get it. We'll see how that goes. Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury. Some extra content that we don't know what it is yet. They're going to tell us later. So we'll wait for that. I guess closer to release because it's not coming out till February. But we did talk about how this would probably end up into next year. I believe it was originally planned. You think so too, Nate, for this year? I think it was originally planned for this year. Yeah, okay.
It was originally planned for this year, and you can tell that it was when Pikmin 3 got dated for October. That would have been the original slot for 3D World and Bowser's Fury. Once that game had to be pushed to 2021, they placed Pikmin 3 to replace it.
Yes, so that would have been my thought too. But that's next year. And you know what? It looks like there's a lot going into Super Mario 3D World, which is good because that was a very good game on the Wii U. So I'm happy to see them put some effort into it and do all new content. It also looks like some of the game speed or maybe even physics are different.
Yes, they changed this. Game speed is sped up. It looks like it's about 1.25 times faster than the original Wii U game. So now Mario will run at a better clip of speed. And they put a lot of work into that release with the new, what looks like a whole new campaign, online co-op, and the faster pacing. I mean, that's a lot of new content. So it's basically a brand new release, even for double dippers who played it on the Wii U. So there's a lot to enjoy on this game when it comes out next year.
Yeah. Super Mario Bros. 35, which is a really cool concept. It's almost like a Mario Battle Royale looking thing where you're going through and you're sending enemies to each other and you're speeding up their screen and you're doing all this stuff to wipe them out.
It's like that Tetris battle one.
Tetris 99. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, even before that, wasn't there like a Puyo Puyo or something that did that?
Maybe there might have been a Puyo
literally
Puyo
looks like Tetris 99.
Puyo Puyo Tetris on the Switch?
Well, there was one of the titles where it was the Bean Machine, I think. John?
Bean Machine. That's where you could have up to 8 people, I think, on one screen. I know you're talking about, Evan. That was this was even before. I think it was even before the Switch. It was I don't know if that was online. That might have been just local only. Anyway, Super Mario Bros. 35. You're right. Click. It does look just like Tetris 99 because they have like the lines going and like
literally the special attacks and everything. Yep.
It's made by the same people.
That makes sense. Okay. October 1st, though, and this is going to be online for the Nintendo Online service. This is one of those weird situations, though, where it's leaving at the end of March, which is strange, unless they're going to sell it.
Concept is cool. A concept as cool as this should not leave.
What they need to do is
sell it.
They have to rebrand it. I think they have to rebrand it because it's Mario 35, so it's kind of being marketed for the 35th anniversary. So make it Mario 64, increase the player account. Or Mario 128, do a nice callback to the original Mario 128, prototype from Space World, callback to, Nintendo's history, and have 128 players playing at the same time. Or if the game somehow tanks it in the 6 months of availability and no one plays it, then you just, you brush it out and say, going timed.
I think this is going to be super popular.
It probably will be, and it would be foolish if they actually cut it off at the end of March of next year.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dude, he came back on camera and he's just like absolutely dominating it. I was so confused.
Just destroying.
I thought it was a sandwich, but then I saw him flopping around like that's just a slice of bread.
Is it just Wonder Bread or?
You didn't even tell
it's Sara Lee honey wheat bread.
Ah, okay.
Oh, it sounds like the super soft bread. Wow. Yeah.
It's honey built in. Nice.
I used Instacart for the first time this week to get groceries.
Because
my friend was busy. It wasn't bad. Like, it's really weird.
What's going on here?
You like put your stuff what you want to buy, and then like when they go to the store, like if they don't have it like they offer you a suggestion. You're like, oh, this is
hey,
sold
what's
out.
up? You want this
like
instead?
Yeah, and I was like, whoa, this is tight. And yeah, the lady got all my shit. It was cheap too. I love Instacart's legit, dude.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Mario.
You're such a bachelor, dude.
I mean, it's not bad. Yeah, some people I guess shop for you right now. So there you go.
I just hate go to the grocery store. It's like a maze. You have to try and find everything. You got to walk from one side of the store to the other. It's like 10 million miles.
Read signs.
Man,
You
can't
gotta
figure
read
out a grocery
signs.
store.
You
gotta
Definitely can't
walk.
play Fall Guys.
That's
I
how
don't
it's
have
always
time for
worked.
that shit.
It's really not that bad. I go to Walmart and
You know, on
go,
top of the aisles, on
That's
top
like
of the aisles, that it tells you what's in the aisle, so that's how you know if you need to go down that aisle. You don't have to walk down every aisle because you think you have to. You know,
You gotta
It's
read
like
it.
this the
Set
entire.
spices, like the bread aisle for bread.
man.
Go to Walmart, Sean. It's actually pretty easy to shop at Walmart.
You're not going to Walmart. Oh, it's crazy people there.
Walmart
Fit right in.
Absolutely not.
people
Tell
of
you what.
Walmart.
They have the games are $10 off there, Sean.
Dude,
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
I'll go there for like arcade one-ups and video games. I'm not grocery shopping there.
I
That's too
grocery
much.
shop and I get Avengers there. It's great.
Okay. We also had Mario Kart Live Home Circuit, which is basically like RC cars with augmented reality cameras on them, and they communicate with their Switch, and you drive around your house in them.
Cat
It looked
torture.
actually, it looked pretty
I'm
cool.
not going to lie. I was a child that was obsessed with remote control cars. Like it was like a thing in my neighborhood. You don't understand. Like all of us, some of us had gas powered ones. Other of us had like the
Oh.
more like street, like the Dodge Viper ones. My parents
yeah.
bought that for me, and that was like my Christmas present for 2 years in a row. Because like we're not spending any more money on you, child. I had that thing for so long. I would love this so much as a kid. And the fact that you can like play with multiple people and you can like set the course. I'm wondering if there's like a limit on the course or whatever. Like if there's like a certain like distance you can have the cars travel, if it'll like limit you. Dude,
Wanna
I think
try it
it's
at
so
PAX.
cool. It's so unique. Yeah. Oh, that'd be so much fun.
That's coming out October 16th. So that's out in just over a month. $100 for the whole kit. And Super Mario All-Stars did hit the Switch. I checked it out. It's Mario All-Stars. Definitely is. Still fun. People should try it if you have the online service. That has Mario 1, Lost Levels, Mario 2, Mario 3. But the big announcement that everyone was really excited for, trended all over Twitter, was creating a lot of conversation, that's for sure. Super Mario 3D All-Stars. It has Galaxy, Mario 64, and Mario Sunshine all in one pack.
No, they didn't announce it. The whole thing was fake. Everyone who was talking about it was a liar and burns in hell.
It's $60 and it's out in 2 weeks.
September 18th.
It's just out in 2 weeks. It's like that is the closest I've ever seen a retail release of that magnitude get announced.
It's because it's limited.
But like that's insane to come out 2 months and it's or 2 weeks and it's coming to retail.
You
Like
know
how-
why they did that, right? They actually, I bet you, no, I'm not being serious, but they had a direct. Everybody was complaining about there not being a direct. So they're like, you know what? We're just gonna throw all these other directs separately, and then we're gonna announce Mario by itself, completely separate, 2 weeks in advance.
Yeah,
Screw you guys.
no Galaxy 2, just Sunshine 64. Hey
Eventually.
Nate, did you notice the marketing on this game? Did you notice the cover? Did you
Yeah.
did you see which game is front and center on that cover?
That's because it came out in the middle. It's the
Yeah,
middle
it came out in the
release.
middle.
I mean, coincidence? I don't know.
Yes, it is.
But wouldn't it look weird as hell if Sunshine was before 64 and Sunshine came out after 64? Wouldn't that look weird?
Sunshine on the right. It's cool. It's cool.
But did you also notice how pissed off he looks on the Sunshine?
Yeah, even he. You know what?
Attitude.
He looks epic.
Nintendo themselves.
Uh-huh.
You go to the website, they talk about like all the firsts for the games. And you get to Sunshine, they're like, you can ride Yoshi.
Oh, wait a
It
minute,
introduced Bowser Jr. Like we actually don't have anything good to say about this game. It has water.
Let me ask you a question, Nate. Let me ask you a question. If you went on vacation and that shit happened to you on vacation, you'd be pissed off too. If you go on
gotta clean up
vacation
this
and all
place.
that happens, come on.
I get back on the plane and leave.
Get back on the plane.
I would be mad as
You
hell
wanna
if
clean
I'm
this
in
shit up?
Hawaii.
I'd say no, I'm not cleaning this shit up. I'm leaving this shitty resort.
No.
You got these
I
weird
would be mad.
pinata-looking things
with
that were
your attitude.
and evolved into demons.
You and that Mario on the cover are exactly the same. You have a piss poor attitude about things. You're too salty about this stuff.
Nate is chaotic neutral.
I'd be upset if somebody did that to me on vacation. I'd be like, dude, this is
Yeah, you land your plane. All of a sudden, there's just sludge everywhere, and you gotta clean it up.
yeah.
Sucks.
This is
I'd
work.
be mad.
Sounds like Fire Festival, dude.
Luigi,
It's like that.
Yeah, he's trying to go to a hotel, and he's like, "Hey, there's ghosts here. Go figure it out." I'm like, "All right, great."
Yeah, and he's like,
There was an
I'm trying to
episode of The
figure it out.
Simpsons that was
Sweet.
like that.
What's supposed to do with this ghost dog now? He doesn't eat anything. He's a ghost.
So we did this is also a limited release. It will be discontinued at the end of March, which happens to be the end of their fiscal year, March 31st. Digital and physical are both going out the window, which caused quite a stir online.
Yeah.
A lot of confusion around this one.
Can I
speak to him?
You guys seem upset. Why are we upset the fact that something's limited? Because me personally, I love when things are limited because it's like if you didn't get it, you didn't get it.
I think
and then later on,
I think it's anti-consumer. It's anti-consumer. I mean, let's be real here.
If they bring them out later on,
let's be real. Okay, right now they haven't announced any plans to bring them out later on. So let's be real. If EA came out tomorrow and they said Mass Effect Remastered is going to be available October to March at retail and digital, and then at the end of March they were pulling the copies from their digital services, there'd be no more retail copies. People would be saying, EA, you're so evil. Fuck you, EA. But Nintendo doesn't. People are like, it's okay. It's okay. It's limited. There's no reason. It's a limited digital release.
Yeah,
there's no reason it should be pulled from the eShop.
The digital portion is the portion that I think is the problem.
Yeah, retail, fine. Retail, fine. Digital is bullshit.
No. You seriously mean to tell me that you think they're going to pull these games and then they're just not? You're not going to be able to buy them after that. That's seriously what you think.
Right now, they have not said they are going to release them as individual releases. So right now, based on their words, this collection is done March 31st.
I think they're going to add
35th anniversary celebration collection. Yes, because next year is not going to be the 35th celebration.
I personally think that's a stupid thing to get mad about if it's readily available for everybody to go pre-order.
If it was limited amount, maybe I understand that.
I
buy a Switch.
Wait, hold on.
Let's say I want to buy my nephew a Switch next July. He can't play 3D All-Stars because Nintendo said fuck you.
Buy his ass one right now.
We can't afford it. Well, here's the issue. They're doing this in the middle of a very unstable time for people when it comes to finances.
Okay, but we're fine totally buying the PlayStation and the Xbox. All of a sudden, the game we're not.
No,
okay
because they're limited.
Well, they can wait till next holiday.
PS5 is gonna be selling out, dude. Let's be honest.
Oh no, it's gonna sell out.
It's still not
be limited. People be fighting for that.
Yeah.
Come March, I'll still be able to buy it though.
Maybe if you're lucky.
I think it's not great timing on their part to do something like this.
Everyone's mad for somebody else. Everyone here is I'm angry. I'm angry. Oh, by the way, I pre-ordered 3 copies of it. Like everyone's mad for some future somebody that they don't know. If I have a cousin's brother's uncle's sister that I wanted to buy it in 2019, everyone's mad for somebody else. Yeah, everybody here pre-ordered the game. Well, come on, dude.
Yeah,
y'all first worlds be finding ways to get angry about everything. Like seriously. Like EA Mass Effect, that's a stupid example because Mass Effect is Mass Effect. It ain't Mario, and it's not limited. It's freaking Mass Effect. And if they wanted to do something special and make a limited Mass Effect, which only you can get it for this time period, people would be fine with that because they do that shit all the time. There's limited everything. There's limited systems. There's limited games. There's limited special editions. There's limited babies in a jar.
But
there's limited everything.
But the limited games don't just go away. That's the thing.
And
you can't name a single game that was released and then said, "Oh, you can only buy this for a few months," and then it goes away forever. That doesn't count. That was because of licensing. That was licensing stuff. I'm talking about a real game that doesn't have licensing issues, not stuff like X-Men, not stuff like WrestleFest. I'm talking about games that are created. That would be like if they did that with The Last of Us 2. Would people be okay with that? No, I don't think so.
Done that.
I think it's a very valid point.
When's the last time that Nintendo's had a collection like this? Someone said it was on Wii.
Yes, 25 years ago, and physically, it was limited physical, not. Oh my!
It wasn't on digital. The game there was no digital storefront. It was on the virtual
There's
console.
no reason they can't offer this as a digital release.
Because somebody does something
because they're going to release it.
They're going to They did it on the Wii. It doesn't excuse it now. And then people say, "Oh, Metroid Prime Trilogy thing. Oh, look, that was limited. I can play Metroid Prime 1 and 2 via backwards compatibility on my Wii, and I could buy Corruption on the Wii. I cannot buy these 3 games on the Switch any other way other than this collection as of this moment. This is a bullshit practice, and Nintendo should be raked across the coals for this. Excusing this behavior is nonsense. This is a trash practiced by Nintendo.
This is
Then
you
buy
are
it right
getting
now.
way
It's
too
smart.
angry for no reason, bro.
I think it's smart.
I
Yeah.
think like physically, I get they might have been like, oh, we'll do this really cool special edition physical thing, and then we'll discontinue it in like at
Yes.
the end of March. That's fine, and then it's still up digitally. I'd be like,
Yeah.
all right, whatever, that's fine. It's a collector's item. The digital delisting tells me that Mario 64 is going to the online service next year when they launch N64, and they'll repackage Galaxy with Galaxy 2 at some point. That's what that tells me.
So should we be angry right now and then later not be angry, or should we just be angry right now?
I'm just angry all the
Always
time.
be angry. Always.
So if they do that later, which they're
tell me
probably
that,
going to
and
do,
It's not even
in the
necessarily about
Avengers.
being angry. It's just about disagreeing with it. I'm not
Nate
angry. I
sounds
can.
pretty angry.
Nate sounds pretty angry.
I can
But that's like the
It's
neutral
a
setting
terrible
made.
business practice, and it shouldn't be swept away saying, well, they might release it later. So if Mario 64 comes to the Switch next holiday and it costs $50 in the state that we're seeing in the collection, they're saying, well, that's okay, because, we could have got it for $60, but Nintendo said, well, you can't buy it anymore, fuckers. Now you're going to give us more money, because fuck you. How is that
should've bought it
good?
when you had the
How is
chance.
that good for the
Limited.
consumer?
Now, we're all ignoring the real question here. Okay, if they do that, what are they going to do with Sunshine? Okay, so
Solid.
that's what we're going to be worried
Make
about.
the sequel.
What are they going to do with it? Make
Or
the
even
sequel.
Galaxy.
Jordan's thinking here. Okay.
Yeah, I'm thinking. I do that sometimes. Not a lot though.
Here's the fun part. 3D Collection's already over $100 on eBay. It'll probably jump higher than that even. I don't get it because you can pre-order it still, but that was going to happen.
Yeah, I think that's I agree with Nate, although I'm probably not as animated as he is. But I agree. I mean, this is a freaking COVID year, right? Nintendo needs to think about what they're doing here. There are people that have lost their jobs. There is millions of people out of work right now. There's people that want to get this game for their kids for Christmas. And I mean, look, right now you can get it on Amazon. I'm not disputing that, but eventually you won't be able to get this. It's going to sell out. And, Nintendo really needs to think about, the landscape that they're in right now. And I don't really agree with what they're doing, honestly.
I hope they stock a lot of them. Like if they're just going to do it for 6 months, I hope it's just a ton of stock. Because
they'd have to.
if this thing is sold out like in October,
Well, that's going to go horribly for them. Yeah.
Well,
I love
agree.
Outfire.
I agree with that. Like, I'm not saying that they if it's sold out and then there's no more copies, then I 100% change my I'm upset with that. But it's
But you can still buy it
available.
digitally, so what does it matter?
Well, physical. Some people want it
who want it
physical, right?
physical.
Like a physical copy.
Well,
It's
I
like
was
a
told
collection.
that. I was
But
told
But
that
it's
we
limited. I
should-
thought limited was okay.
Yeah, limited's good. Remember, we like limited.
It's 6 months. It's 6 months. You get something to where you can buy it. So I'm not going to be upset if I can buy something within that time period. You have plenty of time to buy. If you can't afford it now, you can afford it next year all the way. You have 6 months to buy something.
also this logo's off center on the cartridge. I heard people were mad.
You know?
It always is. That's so annoying. They're the
I have a
same thing
question.
with Sword and Shield.
Yeah.
So my concern is always video game preservation perspective. So
Oh, this collection
What
is in
if
trouble.
what if there is some tweak or some interesting thing that they do with this collection that then is
Oh, you mean for
potentially lost to
people who
time.
might speed run or something, and they're like, "Wow,
Yeah,
okay,
just
there's a
little
big deal with
quirks.
this." Ah, you
Yeah.
know what? That could be actually because it is
that was my first
produced.
concern.
It's produced by
Wait, what do you
Nintendo, so it'd be because it's produced by Nintendo. It's considered official, right? Official release. So, let's say Sunshine, because it's widescreen and it's officially from Nintendo. I guess for speedrunners, they'd say, "Oh, it's an official release, and we're going to speed run it, and that'll be a category." 10 years from now, 15 years from now, these things could be hundreds of dollars to get a hold of just to try to do these speed runs or something.
But it's
Or
okay because
not even-
they had 6 months to buy it, so fuck them.
I am a little confused because if you think about it from a brand standpoint and marketing, if you make things exclusive, it's gonna make them sell. Now, if they're limited and people are gonna run out of it, I understand. But you think of brands even the freaking stupid brand Supreme, they literally, you have to put your life on the line to even get considered for a raffle, and people will literally eat that stuff up. You're not even guaranteed that you're going to get some of their products.
Yeah.
The fact that, I'm not saying it's the best way, but I'm saying people do like the fact that they have something exclusive. The people who didn't jump on it or didn't see the value in it didn't get it. A lot of people, talked about how they wish they'd bought a GameCube just for the Zelda Collector's Edition when it came out all the time ago. And I got it by accident because that was my mom didn't know what she was buying. And now it's something that I hold near and dear to my heart.
Also, how are you gonna release this limited edition and not put a manual or an art book in there?
You should be more upset about
Come
that.
on, what's going on here?
Yeah,
Yeah, what the
that'd be
fuck,
nice.
man?
They took a massive step back from that Wii special. That thing. Was
how do you release a 35th anniversary collection and put no developer diaries, no artwork, no specials in the bundle itself? It's a bare bones package. Bullshit. The only thing that's 35th about this is the badge on the cover.
Maybe it's on the cartridge though. Maybe like because we haven't seen the UI or anything. Maybe there's a full menu and like there's like a whole like vault.
Well, they did the music. They did the music.
It's the music.
Yeah,
it's everything. I think it's everything we saw in the direct. It's the music.
No, I bet you
extra.
I bet you there's some stuff.
I love listening to music.
Making a Blu-ray or something. Be good.
I would like to think they have something extra, but I don't know. I think Nintendo Minute actually opened it, so maybe.
I mean, in like the cartridge.
Maybe on their video they show it. Oh,
the file size is 4.8 gigabytes. Yeah, what could be possibly a fit on there?
That's like a gig for the games and brief for the making of. Good.
Art book
stuff. Sequel.
I don't think there's any art book. I think it's literally what we said. It's the music and the 3 games, and that's it. 35th anniversary celebration for those games. It's a bare bones package.
It's still good value. Like looking at it, those three 3D Mario games are very good.
The problem with this, it's 3 quality games. Or 2 quality games in Sunshine.
Finally admit Sunshine's quality.
No. God damn it. 2 quality games in Sunshine.
Too late.
And it just feels like they said, well,
we got that on tape.
So cool. We HD'd them. We gave widescreen support to Sunshine. Galaxy
has widescreen support, right? Yeah.
And I mean, we have a little concern based on the information they have put out there that Galaxy, you have to use the touchscreen when playing in handheld mode to control the pointer. That could be kind of a pain in the ass.
I didn't see any issues with Sunshine. Sunshine looks solid.
Yeah, that's fine.
Sunshine's the issue with Sunshine.
How's the analog trigger gonna work with that though? With Flood, they don't have that.
I think somebody was saying online they've assigned it to the triggers. Like one's half, one's full.
It just keeps getting better.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I thought it was Fluid.
Fluid.
I am Fluid.
Maybe in Germany or something.
What everyone think about the direct overall, though?
It was enjoyable.
It was good direct.
I thought it was a very good direct. Yeah, I think for the most part there was a little bit of everything. I'd say for everyone there. Yeah, got something I'll attempt to buy with the Game & Watch that I probably won't get, and then something I will get with the collection. So I don't know. I thought it was pretty good. I think they'll still do some sort of partner showcase or something to wrap up the year to fill in like November to a bit. Maybe a Pokemon Direct will happen too to show off the DLC, and then maybe they'll talk about Pokemon Snap and date it for like I don't know February or March, and that might be it. But I liked the Direct. I thought it was fun.
No, the Direct was good. I mean, there's a lot of quality content in it. I'm just still baffled by some of the decisions they made with the 3D All-Stars collection itself. It was a weird way for Nintendo to approach it. I mean, let's look at the 25th anniversary. They had the art book. They put all these bonuses and extras. Look at the Kirby 25th anniversary. They put all these extras in it. Then this one came out, and we gave you 3 games, and you can listen to the music. Fuck you.
I feel like the year of Luigi got more respect than Mario's 35th anniversary. Like,
yes, I think it's
Luigi got a year. He didn't get just 6 months. He got a full year. Yeah,
yeah.
And I think it's sad that of the games being featured as far as like the 35th anniversary going to the end of March, the one title that got the most attention and the most work done to it is 3D World.
Yeah, that's a good game though.
Yeah.
What's wrong? What's wrong with that though? Getting a lot of attention towards 3D World. That's a great game.
On a game that was
it's a
on the
collection
Wii
of
U.
3D. Here's a collection of 3 games labeled as All Stars, and we HD'd them, made one widescreen, and that's it.
They probably just see it as value. It's like, hey, there's 3 good games here, so we're good.
I don't really know why they didn't 16:9 and widescreen Mario 64.
Yeah,
at least make it parity with the homebrew version.
Actually. That is strange.
You can play the homebrew version at 60 frames with widescreen. And look, I'm not saying that's the definitive version of the game, but for God's sake, Nintendo, at least give us parity with that. I mean, if homebrew people are doing that, then there's no reason. You own the source code to this game. Why couldn't you include that yourselves in the game? And I think that's the most disappointing part. The Mario All-Stars name has this prestige, or it used to have this prestige about it. Like the original one that came out on the Super NES was absolutely mind-blowing when it came out. Like, here are 4 games from the NES era that they've brought to the Super NES that look amazing, but they still play very, very much the same as the NES games. And I expected the same thing here. I mean, I expected something more than what they've given us. And Nate's right. I mean, they're just 3 ports of these games to the Switch. And look, you could say, well, that's what people want, sure, but why haven't they given us some of these extras? I mean, you know, that really make this collection something special. At the end of the day, this is just a, you know, three ports of games that are great games, but I expected something more from this collection.
Okay. Yeah, the widescreen thing is the thing that caught me with that Mario 64 because they specifically went to like that 4:3, and I was like, that's strange. Like, okay, weird.
Yeah.
All right then. 30 frames. 64 is 30 frames also.
30 frames.
Okay.
Yes.
So is Sunshine.
30 frames.
Sunshine 30 frames is another baffling thing because a 60 frames a second build exists. The original time they showed Sunshine, it was 60 frames a second. So Nintendo did make this game with 60 frames in mind, and then they cut it to 30 frames when they launched the game. So they could have made this a 60 frame a second game.
Is Galaxy 60?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
It's the only one that's 60 frames, and it's the only game in the collection that has a dynamic resolution.
That's interesting.
So with dynamic resolution as because they said that it's 1080p. So
it's up. It's set up to. It's up to
1080p and up to 720p.
Okay.
You know, Sunshine was just straight 1080p, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Just keeps getting better. All right.